Hello, guys, and welcome to Odds on League and Match Day 3 already, and only two teams have won both games, Monaco and the surprise, Brest. Hello, Alain Valnegri, how are you?
Hello, Edu, how are you?
All good. How do you see this Lyon, especially? I think is the biggest problem that we have so far in Ligue 1, with Blanc telling the journalists after the game that perhaps they should change the manager.
It's totally shame. Lyon, we said that from the beginning of the season, a really bad summer with the friendly game really negative, and the beginning of the season is the results about the quality of working about the team. And now what is the solution? Blanc offered one solution to quit the manager, to quit himself. Imagine the atmosphere they're breathe in Lyon right now.
Well, they got a defeat 1-4 at home against Montpellier. And by the way, well done, Alain Valnegri. Again, you nailed the ACCA, and the odds were very good, by the way, over 6. So let's try our best 1 week more. Guys, remember, of course, to leave your comments in the video, press the like and subscribe. And now let's go on with the show. And if you want to place your bets, don't forget that we have an exclusive offer with 1xBet. The welcome bonus is 130%. We have a boost thanks to our partnership of 30%. So use this promo code Oddspedia YouTube. And perhaps you want to place your bets in the league. And Alain Valnegri, let's start with the game we have on Friday. We have Nantes, Monaco, and everything here turns or goes in the direction of backing Monaco, because it's one of the two teams with 6 points. They first scored 7 goals in the first 2 games, beat Clermont, beat Strasbourg. We saw Minamino scoring a brace, still Ben Yedder in the score sheet, 3 goals already for Ben Yedder. In the opposite side, we have Nantes. You said at the beginning of the season that they will struggle. Well, they are already struggling, 0 points.
Yes, it's totally opposite moments. Nantes have problem with the entity, have problem with the sport part. We don't see an identity with the new manager. The market was really poor. They don't substitute the key player like 𝐜𝐴𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐜𝐿. And now Monaco is 7 goals in 3 games. Really high average. The team acquired really fast the concept about his new manager, and we see a Monaco with a lot of offensive powder. Right now, the odds to the victory of Monaco is a gift. Is a gift. After in football, everything can pass, but right now I feel to choose Monaco winning in Nantes. Odds 1.80.
Imagine if it's a gift, Alain, that I'm seeing the trend of the odds, and it's going down. Actually, they opened the market at 2.2, Monaco to win at Nantes, and right now is 1.88. So the bookies realize that the Monaco to win is a gift. On Saturday, we have 2 games. First one is very interesting one. Both actually are very interesting one. Olympique Marseille, Brest, because Brest is the biggest surprise so far in Ligue 1. They have 6 points. They beat Lens in the opening match day. They beat Le Havre as well. And Olympique Marseille, after the European disappointment, they could only get a draw in Metz. Not the best start of the season as well for Olympique Marseille and Marcelino.
No, it's really bad. Especially in champions, lose the access to the group stage is the first objective not accomplished to Olympique Marseille. Now Brest start really well. They follow with the dynamic of the last season with Roy identity really strong, team known. how they wanna play, and the solidity in the defensive phase made the difference in the first two games. In the first, it was in Lens. Maybe the game changed with the red card to Lens after we have a penalty. The synopsis was really special. Now the last game against Le Havre, we saw Le Havre with a lot of defensive problem. The team can conserve this solidity that had the last season in Ligue 2. Now Marseille have a lot of pressure. I think Marcelino is a good signing, but they've changed a lot. And now that they will have 1 week to work, they'll play at home. I choose the security. I choose Marseille winning, odds 1.50.
Well, I said this is a very interesting game, Marseille Brest, to see how they bounce back after the Champions League disappointment against Panathinaikos at the Velodrome. And the late kickoff is even more interesting. PSG lands the best two teams last season in Ligue 1, but we haven't seen PSG winning yet. 2 draws in the first 2 games with Luis Enrique in command. We had some team news about the captain of PSG. He's been voted by the players Marquinhos, not Mbappé, still with the rumors around him, still with 𝐿𝐭𝐿𝐬 perhaps arriving to Paris. And on the other hand, Alain, we have Lens with only 1 point.
Yes, with only 1 point. The first game of Lens was really strange because they had the 2-goal advantage and they lose that in the management of the game. They suffer in Brest after against Rennes. We start to see against this electric Lens, the team with a really high rhythm, but they miss Openda. They missed Openda and Fofana. Why is a very good signing. I think it was difficult to catch a player with characteristic really similar to Luis Openda. Now PSG, the question is Mbappé will be play or not will be play, because he changed not a lot. He changed everything, and we saw that in Toulouse when he entered in the field in 2 minutes. He catch a penalty, he scored the penalty. He made the difference. Is clear. Now I said at the beginning of the season with Enrique we will be patient because the concepts are different. They move a lot the team in the midfield, in the attack line, and that one to acquire that way of play take time. And it's a big game. It's first against second respect to the last season. I choose both teams to score because PSG improved in offensive phase in the last game, and the last that have that power to create occasion. And PSG in the second game they received a goal. We saw in the second half they concede transition and lost field really comfortable. Both teams to score 1.73.
We are seeing a lot, both teams to score in these first 2 match days. Actually, in only 4 games all these 2 match days, we haven't seen both teams to score. The first one was the PSG Lorient. Actually, it's been the only goalless draw so far. I'm talking about goals. Next game is Rennes Le Havre, and with Rennes we usually see a lot of goals. Good start of the season. Catching a point against Lens away is never easy, and they thrashed Metz in the opening game. And Le Havre also, Alain, they got only 1 point, but a lot of goals as well. Remember, 2-2 against Montpellier and 1-2 defeat against Brest.
Rennes at home, they have a lot of powder. Rennes at home, especially against the team who's fighting against relegation, normally they have an average goal really high. The last season, it was top 3 of the average point at home. We saw in the first game against Metz this offensive powder. It's true they lose Doku signed for Manchester City, but we don't change a lot the offensive phase about Rennes. Le Havre in the first 2 games, average of goal received 2 goals per game. Is a really high average. Is a poor average. Is a dangerous average, because we know in Ligue 1, especially when we fight against the relegation the last season, the team saved the category was team with a really strong and solid defense. Right now, I choose the goal. I think the odds are so interesting. Over 2.75 goals in the game. Odds 2.05.
Very good indeed. Gun to win could be even a safe bet almost, no? As well, it's 1.4.
Yes, it can a safe bet, but in Oddspedia we love the risk, and we take risk with argument, and we try to catch the best odds for our audience.
Exactly, and give value, and Alain Valnegri sees value on the goals market for this game. Clermont Metz is the next one. This is interesting, or it will be interesting, I guess, for the relegation battle, because we have Clermont with 0 points, bottom of the table, and we have Metz with 1 point, but it's good to highlight as well, Alain, that they had a tough start playing against Rennes and Olympique Marseille.
Yes, I see Clermont, for his 3rd season in Ligue 1, he should be the hardest, because in the first 2 games we saw a Clermont really passive without the ball. We saw that in the first game at home against Monaco. We saw that against Stade de Reims, against 2 different model of play, because Monaco is more direct. Reims is an associative team that have a lot of solution when they have the possession, and I think in the 2 games we don't saw that solidity to Clermont, and that now it will be difficult to play against Metz, because Metz, except the second half in Rennes, they show they can compete, especially against the team fighting against the relegation. Metz will be compete. This season is a team with goal, because the last season was the best scorer in the Ligue 2. I am really surprised he stayed in Metz. He showed in the first and in the second game his powder, like scorer and like assistant too. I choose a surprise for this game. Double opportunity. X2 with 1.5 goals, odds 2.70.
Okay, you are going for Metz to catch some points in Clermont.
Yeah.
Next game is Montpellier. Reims. See, Montpellier is synonym of goals, 4 points so far, 4 goals against Lyon, 2 goals against Le Havre. So the tendency continues for Montpellier, and Reims, 1 defeat against Marseille in the last minutes, 1 victory at home against Clermont.
Yes, in Montpellier, with Adams and 𝐜𝐴𝐽𝐿, there has really good signaling, because both players score a lot in the first journeys. Adams had a really high average of goal in Norwegian League, but he showed his quality. I think the model of play is adapt to the team. 𝐜𝐴𝐽𝐿 is a really technical player with a lot of fantasy. He scored with an average who in Belgium and in Cyprus, he never had that average. We will be check if he can follow with that. After midfield, defense of Montpellier is a team with a strong concept. They're known how they wanna play. Now with Reims is a difficult game. Reims can compete with every team in Ligue 1. In Marseille, there was unlucky in the first game. Good reaction in the second game against Clermont. They had a clean sheet. In spite of that, I saw goals, because when a striker are in a streak like Adams, is important to follow that. Over 2.75 goals, odds 1.87.
Goals for Montpellier. We saw Altamari, for instance, scoring at Brest against Lyon, and we usually see a lot of goals in Montpellier games, both teams to score. So Alain is also going for goals. Next game is Strasbourg, Toulouse, two teams that should be happy for their start of the season. 3 points for Strasbourg. They also beat Lyon and they lost to Monaco. Normal thing. And Toulouse, Alain, perhaps they deserve to lose against PSG, but at the end they got a penalty, they got a point. So 4 points is a very good start as well for them.
Yes, Strasbourg, we saw two versions of Strasbourg from the beginning of the season. The first, brilliant at home against Lyon, a team with idea really clear. The team had this continuity about the model of play, a direct play with player attack really well the space and can't make the difference. In Monaco, we don't saw that. The team was really shy. Maybe the team is really young. They made a brilliant summer market, but they're a gamble to really young player. And that one, maybe in some games, you can have that type of prestation like we saw that in Monaco. Now, they play at home. I am really confident when Strasbourg play at home, except the last season when it was one of the worst team to predict. But this season, I have good feeling. I am positive. Toulouse is a team wanna play, wanna have the control of the game with the ball, and that one for Toulouse, for Strasbourg, is the best rival, is the best model of play can against their play. I choose 1x with more than 1.5 goals, odds 1.72.
Okay, if you trust Strasbourg, as simple as that, the odds are 2.1 in case you want to bet for the victory of Strasbourg. And we have two more games. Lorient, Lille is the next one. Also two teams with a good start of the season. Lorient, they had a very tough start, very tough calendar. Remember PSG and Nice, but they haven't lost, 2 draws. And Lille also, Alain, 4 points so far, and we saw the first goal scored by Jonathan David, always important in this team.
Yes. Now my question is, what we can expect about the game away of Lille? A lot of difficulty the last season with a best average away. Lille should be competed for the champions last season, but they have this poor average when they play away. Now Lorient catch a really good results in the first game in Paris. The draw after with a good reaction in the last game. Lorient is a collective. It's not a team with a lot of individual talent, but it's a team really difficult to play because they have this strong collective concept, and that one when they play at home it's really difficult to catch a victory. Now Lille have that challenge, improve away. They beat Lens, they suffer a little in the first half, especially after in the second half team found the freedom to be more creative and score goals. Now I don't see Lorient losing at home, and the odds for double opportunity are interesting, and I choose 1x, odds 1.91.
I was checking the away table last season on Oddspedia, Alain, and actually Lille, they were 9th in the away standings with only 6 victories. Yeah. This is very poor. It's the same for Rennes, for instance. They got
Lille had the same problem. Maybe in Rennes we saw an improvement in Lens, but how is the level about Lens? And that one we will see with the weeks with if they can improve. But it is one of the challenge of both teams, improve the away average.
Well, and talking about challenges, it's completely different for Nice. The last game of the third match day is Nice Lyon, and the problem for Nice was playing at home. Last season, they were very poor. They were 11th in the home standings in the Allianz Rivière. So far, they got 2 points, 2 draws in the first 2 games, and they are facing Lyon with all the problems that we are saying. They are bottom of the table, defeats against Montpellier and Strasbourg with 𝐻𝐿𝐴Z𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐜 sent off in the last game, and with Blanc saying that perhaps he could be replaced. He could leave the club.
Yes, the atmosphere are really bad, really toxic in this moment. Textor, the new owner, are working with a lot of doubt, and that's one. I don't understand the ambition. What is the goal about Lyon this season? Needs change the model of play. They're signing a really offensive manager like Farioli. He was the assistant of Roberto De Zerbi in Sassuolo. He made a good work in Turkey, but his team are really offensive. I am really surprised to see right now Nice with that attitude, especially in the first game at home against Lille. But I think Nice is really favorite for that game. Lyon have so many problems. I am surprised about the odds of Nice victory, and I choose Nice victory. Odds 2.20.
Well, Lyon, they are falling apart in this start of the season. Well, Alain, remember that we have a special offer with 1xBet, with this welcome offer up to 130% with the promo code Oddspedia. YouTube, and let's see if we can use it for your safe bet. By the way, the international ACCA was correct. You were all absolutely correct in your safe bets. Which one is yours for this weekend?
Strasbourg, Toulouse, over 1.5 goals, odds 1.27.
And your ACCA?
Brest, over 1.75 goals. Rennes, Le Havre, over 2.75 goals. Montpellier, Reims, over 1.75 goals. And Nice, Lyon, 1x with more than 1.5 goals.
Thanks, Alain. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Don't forget, press the like and subscribe. See you next week.